Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Mustard Show. We have come out of the studio in this wonderful bright afternoon sun and we are at the Sin's Boutique of Love.
Yes, we are on a beautiful day to learn some things.
What are we learning
broaden
about?
our horizons.
Broaden what horizons?
We might learn about, romance, see what the people in Norwich like to do to celebrate Valentine's Day. It's going to be untraditional. Sex, Nick. We're going to learn about sex.
Sex. Come on.
Long time ago in my youth, my naive youth, I went to a sex shop and it was hideous. It was the worst shopping experience of my life and I was so incensed with the whole manipulation of that. You couldn't ask questions, it was dark, it was dingy, it was just everything negative that you can think of to do with sex. They nailed it and I was red as a beetroot by the time I walked out and I was annoyed with myself because I'd allowed myself to be manipulated in that way, but also annoyed with that even existing. So incensed that I decided to do something myself. Must be able to do something better than that and bring it into how it is today.
Welcome to this fantastic store, which by the way has just moved down the road, but has brought all its delights with it. And in here, well, it's a treasure trove of all things that are sensual.
Sensual, sexual, romantic. We'll be kind of diving into all of these and we have some questions for Martin about his top picks.
Okay.
Where do we start?
Well, should we start with Martin? Martin, lovely to see you. Thank you ever so much for welcoming us in here for the Mustard Show. There might be some people who are choking on their carbonara, thinking, why are we putting this on tea time television? The thing is, we should be much better at talking about sex, much more open in this country, and also much more embracing about the various aids that you might have in here to assist.
You could get a job here.
I think I'd love a job. I would actually love a job here.
But is that the kind of thing that you do have to be kind of trained in? Because you've got to be able to talk about this
definitely. We're not looking to convince somebody that it's just not their cup of tea, but at the same time, we're trying to stand up for those that aren't too sure, maybe, or those that want to explore and delve and just have a happy lifestyle.
Do people come in here and they say, I particularly like this, or I'm not so keen on that, or I'd like to experiment with this? What would you recommend?
There's a whole range of customers with different ideas, different thoughts, some that just don't know where to start at all. And it's my job to listen to somebody, look in their eyes and see just how advanced they are.
Can you tell just by looking in the eyes of the
Not
customer?
always, but quite often. And body language is a big key as well.
What about ages as well? Because there's some interesting stats that have come out, which you may well have read in the paper or online, showing that the rates of infections like chlamydia, you're thinking, where am I going with this? The rates of infections like chlamydia are very prevalent in the baby boomer generation. What it actually shows is that they are being more sexually promiscuous, but actually alongside that, it also shows, data shows that they are being more sexually adventurous as well, and they probably may be regular customers in a place like this rather than just the young.
There's, oh gosh, that's such a wide span thrown into one sentence. I don't know how you manage that. But you're right. And part of what Sin's does is to educate people. But some people feel they don't want to be educated, other people do. The younger generation especially, and I think it's harder for the younger generation because they're growing up with the internet and the porn side. And youngsters see that as being real, and it's not.
Thank you for that, Martin. We'll come back to you in a second. I really fancy having a little look around the shop.
Oh yeah, we have so much to learn. Let's get stuck in.
Okay.
Picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
Let's go for this one. It's a lube.
Right.
Unisex. Very simple. Water-based. Give it a rub.
Water-based as opposed to
Any other type.
kind of like silicone or something.
You know your stuff.
Thank you very much. Often.
So this can go anyhow, anywhere. You can even massage with it.
Yeah.
It's just silky,
Yes, nice texture.
and it's English. made on the Isle of Wight.
Good, patriotic.
And the lady that runs the company, where'd she come from?
Norwich? Yeah,
Yeah.
some
There you go.
local.
Let me give you a tissue. But if you keep rubbing,
Yeah.
that will soak in.
And it becomes a moisturiser.
And then once that has soaked in
Yeah.
and dried out, if you're posh,
Yeah.
spritz it. If you're not so posh, maybe a little bit of saliva, and then it'll bring it back to life.
Tips? So many tips.
Fantastic.
Ooh. It looks cute.
So, sweet almond as a base oil, cinnamon and rosemary.
Oh. So wait, what is this?
Give me your fingers.
Okay.
This is going on your tongue.
Don't often
a
agree
Oh,
to
wow.
things like this, Martin. Going on my tongue?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, tastes quite nice.
Oh, I quite like that.
Tastes like something that you'd have on a cheesecake.
But it's not that kind of, you could have quite a lot of that and it wouldn't be too much.
With
I'm a bit worried about any parties that I turn up to.
Don't hang out with us, basically.
Product number
Big fan.
3. I have to say that I may even be inclined to buy some of that. Right, product number 3.
Let's move away, go more to massage.
Yeah. Are you still tingling?
I'm still tingling. Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Massage candle.
It's not
When you
hypnotising.
want that bit of
Romantic.
relaxation.
That's not for me. Right, moving on.
Okay. So anyway,
Yeah, talk to me.
Massage
I'm all
candle.
about this. This is great.
have a smell.
Okay.
So a scented candle lights the room,
Oh,
creates a bit
it's
of ambience.
nice. I love a candle.
Prepare the room in advance, maybe, for when you're having a date night.
Yeah, although is it presumption though? If you've got a date coming around, if
because
it's
you
in
just-
early days, do you do candles or not?
That just shows how cynical you are, because would you naturally walk in and go, are you up to something?
I don't know.
A scented candle. Doesn't have
I
to
love
be
a
any more than that,
scented
does
candle.
it? So let's just go with that.
That's really
if
nice.
it moves on at a faster pace, then the liquefied wax, straight on.
Oh, I see.
Melts, massage it in.
Oh, that's great.
Relaxation.
That's all
Isn't
kinds
it
of
clever?
birds with one stone.
Lovely.
Love that.
Candle with a difference. Yeah.
I just
But
can't.
if that's
my
too
lips.
much for you,
Yeah.
and it's a bit too lovey,
Yeah.
He's so romantic. He's totally
I
romantic.
wasn't saying it was too lovey. It just, I mean, you've just given me something that's made me tingle orally. So when you get to that great crescendo of, I can't even feel my mouth anymore, this is fantastic, and then you say after all that, the next thing I bring out is a scented candle, it was a bit like an anticlimax, that's all.
I did say not in any particular
Yeah, you
order.
did, you did.
Okay,
This
is
I
not a
got the
chronological
order wrong.
thing.
Well, we just don't know each other well enough.
Where do we go next?
Just smell this. So this is just a plain. Well, it's not a plain, but it's a massage oil, and we sell loads of this particular one.
Yeah, that's nice.
And smell.
Smells great.
On a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Lemongrass.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
lovely.
that's,
Yeah, that's
coconut.
beautiful.
That's what I'm getting.
Lots of
I was
organic.
going to say
goodness in there.
Malibu, which says my drinking habits.
So he says a couple's vibrator.
Go on.
So
This is remote control, Nick.
Excellent.
This is remote control from anywhere in the world, in fact.
anywhere in the world.
As long as you have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi.
What? So I can be in business
This
in
is
Japan
the
and then.
kiddie.
How much business do you have in Japan?
Press away.
Very sadly, Martin's had to go because this store is so popular and he's so busy.
Yeah, you've heard the bell going off all the way through that interview. There have been so many people through the door today, haven't there? Having a great Valentine's Day, which is what we like to see in the fine city.
Half of Norwich is in for a really lovely night tonight. Brace yourself.
That is all from us, though, and tomorrow, this week, will be on your screens, and I'll be back with Darren on Thursday, so we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.